Hello everyone. So in this video we will learn how to notify team members about new WordPress post. So imagine this, you have created an awesome WordPress post. So the idea is that you want to share it with your followers on Slack. So here you have two choices. The first choice is copy the content, download the image and paste the same into Slack. Now the problem with this approach is it's actually very repetitive and tiresome. So here I would suggest that you bring in some automation so that whenever a new post is created in WordPress, automatically send a notification on Slack. So in this video, we will be using Pabbly Connect to integrate WordPress and Slack. The best part of using Pabbly Connect is there is no need for coding skills or programming knowledge. It can be done easily. Let me show you with an example. Okay, so basically this is my WordPress and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a new post. So the name of the post is Drone Amazing or Amazing Drones. Amazing Drones. Okay. So let me just paste in the content. So this is my content. Okay. I have added the content. Let me just remove the spaces. Okay. So I think it is ready. We have built a content. Okay. And okay. So this is my post and there is something else that is missing. How about we add the feature image? So let me just set a feature image. Okay, so let me just add it. So can you see anything related to the drone? Yes. So let me just add the feature image. Okay, so the feature image has been set. So we have the content and then we have the title. Okay, so a perfect post. So let me just click on publish. Okay, so the post is getting published. So the idea is that once the post is published, the content, the image, the title will be found in Slack. So let us have a look. Okay, so the post has been published. Okay, so this is the permalink. So let me just take you to Slack and let's explore it. So as you can see, we do have the title that is Amazing Drone. And then we have the content. This is the same content that we have added in WordPress. So this is the content of the post and then we actually have the image. So this is the image. Let's explore. Do we have the same image? Okay, so it is trying to load. Okay. So do we have the image? Yes, we have the same image. So basically this is the whole process. You create a post in WordPress and you will be having a message for your followers, the contents of the WordPress. Now to begin the actual integration process in the new tab, let me just type pabbly.com. Pabbly.com it is. So your obvious question is why pabbly.com? Well, we have an app that will integrate WordPress and Slack. Not just these two apps, you can actually integrate a ton of apps with this application that is Pabbly Connect. So this is the website of pabbly.com. Let me just click on sign in. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. As you can see, I already have made an account in Pabbly Connect. You can also build your own free account in just 2 minutes. So let me just scroll down and here you will find Connect. Just click on Access Now. Okay, so when you click on Access Now, you will be brought to create the first workflow. Okay, in your case, it might be your first workflow. So what I'm going to do here is before I create a new workflow to integrate WordPress and Slack, there is something I have to do. So as you can see, there is already a workflow that has integrated WordPress and Slack. Now I'm going to switch off this workflow. The reason is if I don't switch off this workflow, there will be the problem of duplication of result. This is because if there is a new workflow running and there is this old workflow running in parallel to it, the same message in Slack will be shown twice. So to avoid this double results, I have switched off this workflow. It is actually none of your concern because we are going to start from scratch by clicking on create workflow. So we are going to give a name to this workflow. So how about we make it as WordPress to Slack. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. And let me just click on create. Okay, so when you click on create, a window appears in front of you. This is called as the trigger window. So basically in the choose app, how about we make it as WordPress? WordPress it is because we want to send the data from WordPress. That is why. Now in the trigger event, how about we make it as post created? So let me just figure out where is, this one, new post published. Okay, new post published it is. So new post published is a trigger event. So your obvious question is what is a trigger event? trigger is basically a if statement. It asks a question: if this condition is met, what should be done? For example, if a new post is published in WordPress, then what action should be taken by the system? Now we do have a ton of trigger events like user registers, post trash, post deleted, and so on. All of them are a bunch of trigger events. Now in case if you want more trigger events, all you have to do is approach the help section, click on help section, and when you click on the help section, you will be directed to Pabbly forums. So inside Pabbly forums, you can make a request that you want so and so triggers. So let me just take you back to Pabbly Connect. So basically the gist is we are just trying to integrate WordPress to Pabbly Connect. So what I'm going to do here is, first of all, I'm just going to take you to WordPress. So before we begin the integration process, there is something you have to know. There is a plugin that you have to install. The name of the plugin is WP Webhooks. Okay, so this is the name of the plugin, that is WP Webhooks. I'm just going to copy the name, and let me just click on the plugins. Okay, and let me just click on install plugins. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Okay, so this is the plugins page, and I'm going to search for this particular plugin, that is WP Webhooks. So as you can see, this plugin is already installed. So I'm not going to teach you how to install this plugin, because if you are working with WordPress, you already know how to install a plugin. But in case if you don't know, just go to plugins, just click on add new, and just type the name WP Webhooks. After installing it, do not forget to activate it. Okay, so after activating and installing the plugin, let me just click on settings. So basically, this is the settings page of WP Webhooks. Okay, so basically here we have some choices here: home, send data, receive data, authentication, settings, and pro. So basically we just want to send the data. So we're going to click on send data. Okay, send data it is. Now it is asking the question, send data when. So we have choices: send data on register, send data on login, send data on user update. We basically want to send the data when a new post. Okay, so at this point we haven't mentioned when a new post is what? Drafted, updated, published. We haven't mentioned it. Relax, we will mention it, don't worry. Okay, so at present, first of all, we have to add webhook URL. Now as you can see, I have added some webhooks already. Now for your consideration, I'm just going to click on add webhook URL to add a new webhook. So I'm going to give a name. How about Slack data? Just a random name that's popping in my head. Of course, you can give any name according to your discretion. It's totally up to you. Now comes the part that is the webhook URL. So basically this is my webhook URL. Let me just take it to Pabbly Connect and copy this. This is the webhook URL you want. Copy this and simply paste it here. So this is the webhook URL. You have entered the webhook name. You have entered the webhook URL. Let me just click on add for post create. Okay, so basically the webhook URL has been added. It is showing, and we can also see that it has been added Slack data. So we have actually added the webhook URL for post. Now we have to mention specifically that post to do what? Published, created, draft. So let me just click on these three vertical dots, click on settings. Okay, and let me just scroll down. First of all, you have to click on post, and all you have to do is next just click on publish. And let me just click on save settings. Okay, so the settings has been saved. Let me just close this. Okay, so in the next stage, what we are going to do here is we are going to go to Pabbly Connect, and let me just click on this button, capture webhook response. So at present we have integrated WordPress and Pabbly Connect. Now Pabbly Connect has to capture the data whenever a new post is created. That is why we have clicked on this button. Now what we are going to do here is we are just going to create a new post. So let me just open this in a new tab. So we are going to create a post on mobile phones. Okay, so the name of the post is on mobile phones. Okay, and this is the content. Okay, a very small content. And let me just add a feature image of a mobile phone. Okay, so this is the image. We have added it, and let me just click on set feature image. So the image has been added. We have entered the content. We have also set the title, that is mobile phones. So let me just click on publish. Okay, so it is getting published. Okay, so as you can see, the post has been published. Okay, excellent. So let's have a look. Do we have the same data captured by Pabbly Connect? So I'm just taking you to Pabbly Connect. Yes, we do have the data. So this is the post title, mobile phones. This is exactly the same title that we had made in WordPress. And then we have the content. So this is the content. Okay, so this is the whole content that we have added. And there is something else we want to know. That is the post image, the feature image. So this is the feature image. This is the one we want. So basically we are going to add all this detail. Okay, so basically we are going to add all this detail into Slack. So to do that, all we have to do is just click on this plus button. So when you click on this plus button, another window opens up. This is called as the action window. So now in the choose app, how about we make it as Slack, because we want to create a message in Slack. That is why. Now in the action event, how about we make it as send channel message without image. Okay, so basically since we are only sending the URL, so that is fine. So that is why we are keeping the action event as send channel message without image. And we are just going with the first time, that this is the first time. That is why we are going with the add new connection. Let me just click on new. Okay, let me just click on add. Now basically Pabbly Connect is requesting access. So before I click on allow, let me tell you something. Pabbly Connect doesn't take any chances with your data. Your data is 100% safe and secure with us. So on the basis of that trust, let me just press allow. Okay, so it is processing the request. Excellent. The authorization is successful. Just press OK. So basically, as you can see, you will find a set of blanks in front of you. Now the purpose of these blanks is very simple. We are going to create a message in Slack from the data that we have received from WordPress via Pabbly Connect. Now, as you can see in the channel, it is showing that name that is general. So these are all the channels that is present in my Slack account. Okay, so let me just show you. Let me just take you to Slack and show you. So these are all the channels that is present in my Slack account. All the channels that is present here is being simply reflected here. This is because Slack is integrated with Pabbly Connect. Now, for your consideration, I'm going to work on a new channel. Okay, so let me just create a new channel. So the name of the channel is, let me just create a new channel. So how about WordPress? Okay, so let me just add a new channel. And this channel will be exclusively for WordPress post. So WordPress post. Okay, and let me just click on create. And it is getting created. And we are going to add 3 or 4 people into this particular channel. Okay, so let me just click on done. Okay, excellent. Okay, so basically we have added 4 people to the channel. We have created a channel called as WordPress post. So now the idea is that we are just going to Pabbly Connect and I'm just going to refresh this. So the idea is that once I refresh this, I can expect to find this newly created channel in the drop down. So let me just scroll down and see. Yes, we do have the channel that is WordPress post. So we are going to send the message in this particular post. Now in the message tab, since we will be sending a link also, let me just change it to Markdown. And in the message, so we are going to start mapping. So we are just going to the first accordion and this is the post title. So first of all, we are just going to mention it as title. Okay, a colon. And this is the title that is mobile phones. We are going to give some spaces here. Okay, and after that, content. Okay, and this is our content. Then we have, I think, the image URL. Okay. So this is our image URL. So let me just scroll down and let me just show you the image URL. Okay, so where is our image URL? I can't really see it. Okay. Yeah, so this is the image URL and we have mapped it. So my name is Michael, so I'm just keeping it that way. The bot name will be mine. Okay. So at this point, all you have to do is just click on save and send test request to send this message to Slack. So let me do that. Let me just click on save and send test request. Okay, so the API response is showing the data has been sent. So let's have a look. Okay, so the data will arrive in few seconds. Yes, we have got the data. So the title is mobile phones. This is the content. Okay, we have the full content and this is the image URL. A perfect message in Slack. Okay, so the presence of this message shows that we have successfully integrated WordPress and Slack with help of Pabbly Connect. Now, before you leave, let me just explain you the whole mechanism in a nutshell. So I'm just going to minimize the action window and I'm going to minimize the trigger window. So basically, this is the whole process in a nutshell. First, you integrated WordPress to Pabbly Connect, and then you have integrated Pabbly Connect to Slack. So now there is a perfect flow of data between WordPress and Slack. Excellent.